This is the Lockdown Superstar Challenge, and in the seat we have Gio. What is your name, Gio?
It's George.
George, that's a nice name. It's a good Irish name. And I take it you are from Ireland. That's where
Northern Ireland, yeah.
Yeah.
Middle name is Patrick.
Oh,
so,
right, okay.
Makes up for it.
So,
How weird
yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
I had an Uncle George and an Uncle Patrick.
Born on Paddy's Day.
Oh,
I had an Uncle George and an Uncle Patrick, but they were from Dublin.
Ah, right. And where was you born in Ireland?
Born, grew up in a wee place called Scarva, so sort of 300-400 people.
Oh, it's a
Quite a small village.
Small village. And
one shop, one pub.
not a lot to
What do you
do.
need?
Not a lot to do there, I take it, as you was growing
Not
up.
much. They did plenty of clubs to do, so we did sort of badminton, bowling, running, football, so
Oh, right.
kind of normal stuff you did when you were growing up.
Yeah. How do you find the car at the moment?
It's pretty wallowy.
It sort of dips under braking, and it's quite...
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll get the hang of it. So, George, how old are you?
I am 39.
39. And...
Born on Paddy's Day.
Oh, Paddy's Day. So you have a
Missed
good...
out my celebration this year.
Yeah, you would do with the lockdown. But great excuse for getting pissed off.
Yeah, double drunk.
Yeah, double drunk. Do you have any hobbies or interests?
Yeah, so obviously lots of computer games. Do a bit of badminton as well, just with some friends, and I've just started running again after 20 years, so
20 years.
not quite the pace I had when I was 16, but there's a bit of extra weight to carry around too, so.
You used to do a bit of running, didn't you, Robs? I mean, is there any sort of technique to running, or?
There's training involved, and I suppose the technique is ignoring the pain.
Yeah, so I was sub 5 minute miles.
That's good standard. That's a very good standard, George.
Yeah. I'd say. Yeah.
Not quite near that at the minute, but I've only been doing it back a week and a half.
What time have we got on the clock? Has he done
yet.
he's not done his
No.
first lap yet.
No.
Right.
It's coming up to it.
Oh, got a little bit wide there. Maybe it's the pressure of the questions. Maybe it's the pressure of the
That
audience.
question about the time. I looked up at my time instead of the quarter.
So a 34.
1:34.
Yeah,
Yes.
34.4. So
Off to a decent start.
yeah, it's a good start, but still a fair bit to go if he wants to get up to the top of that leaderboard, I think, Rob.
Oh yes. Elias has set the mark.
So, George, what car do you currently drive at the moment?
I've got an Audi A3.
Oh, an A3. Is that four-wheel drive or?
Just a two-wheel. But
Oh, so it's a motorbike.
it's a damn sight better than what I was driving before. So.
I didn't know Audi made motorbikes. So, no, I know what you mean. And do you like the car? Do you like it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Oh, good.
I had a Hyundai Accent before that, so much nicer.
Bit of an upgrade.
That's it.
1.3.
Yeah.
But,
A nice upgrade.
yeah, once the Hyundai was doing sort of 70, it was shaking like mad.
How we doing on the times, Rob?
He's just purple.
Oh, he's purpled the last sector.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So
Yeah.
we can watch him on this straight now and see how he gets on.
Yeah, just no questions while I'm on the street.
Oh, 33.
Nice.
But
Yes.
that is a lot better, George. Loads better. What car would you like?
Any car? You'd have to be a Lambo of some kind.
Oh, a Lamborghini.
Yeah, yeah. They're just that outrageous of bright colours. They're outrageous.
All right. Are you a bit of a show-off, really? Is that
Not
what
normally, but you
that-
know, if you got enough money for a car like that,
why not? Yeah.
you kind of have to.
You go for the bright yellow one.
Yeah. And
Lime green, actually, probably.
lime green.
Lime green.
Ooh,
There
I
was one
like
of those came past me in the middle of a tunnel in Edinburgh, man. It was sounded awesome.
that. Oh, great stuff.
You really,
Probably-
you really,
probably
you
so.
really let it rip through as well.
It would probably sound just as good if it was bright yellow.
Yeah, but
What car would you like to get if you could just push the boat out a little bit more and just, said, oh, to hell with it? What car would that be, if you know what
I think you're probably a McLaren F1.
I mean? McLaren F1, if you could put... are you loaded?
Ah, you know, you really push. I thought you meant from the Lamborghini.
No. From your current car.
You know, for the sort of price range, not under the sort of super car, but a GTR.
Ah, that's strange, because Meridian likes the GTR as well. So
it'd be a GTR or the Lexus LFA.
oh, right, well, yeah.
Right.
Really nice cars, those are. What's the best journey you've ever taken?
It was when I was out in Australia. Went on a lovely big catamaran out to the Barrier Reef.
And was there anything stood out on that journey? Anything?
So it was a great weekend. Lovely weather. Got out to the Barrier Reef, did some scuba diving. Got on with, got out into, got to stroke a stingray.
And was the glamorous
What it
girls?
means is, was it? I was going to say anything else standing out other than the nipples in the bikinis.
Exactly.
Well, you know, that was just a perk of the journey.
How we doing on times, Rob? On this lap, what we got?
No, I think he's past this lap safe at the moment.
Oh, is it
Yep.
really? Right.
Definitely a slap.
He's probably remembering the perky nipples that he saw on his boat trip.
Well, it could be that, Rob. Do you know what I mean? Those Sheilas in Australia. How long ago was that trip, George?
Oh, that was
What year?
2001.
2001.
So-
Oh. So you were young enough
Just
to
a- just
really
a young pup.
appreciate the bikinis.
Oh yes.
Who would be your favourite racing driver?
Any sport or just motorsports
any
or
sport.
cars or
It could
cars
be
or bikes or
cars, bikes. It could be.
I think being from Northern Ireland you have to go for Joey Dunlop.
Oh yes.
Superstar. And what is it in particular
Yeah.
about Joey Dunlop?
It's such a sort of sad story, but not, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Well, it does. Yeah.
such a passion for the sport. The entire family just did it. There's a great documentary, Road, and yeah, it'll be his grandchildren will do it. The nephews and the entire family is a dynasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Michael Dunlop does really well in the TTs and the Irish road racing.
Yeah, there's a bit in the Road documentary where it's just after his father was killed, and he runs out, goes out on they try to stop him going down the bike, and he just blitzes it and just absolutely annihilates the track time.
Yeah. Was that at Isle of Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was old school though, Joey Dunlop, wasn't he? You know,
Yeah.
do a lap, come back,
That's the thing,
get
so
off the
yeah,
bike, and he fixed it all up himself.
I grew up, so Northern Ireland road racing's quite a big scene. You got
Yeah.
the big ones, the Northwest 200, but you got there's one like right next to me was Tandragee.
Ah, cool, very good. How's the car feeling now? Is it still? Are you getting to grips with it, George? Or?
Still pretty wallaby, but starting to get there.
Okay, that's good. Well, you got a good time on the board.
Yeah, he's probably still got dirty tyres just at the moment though, Jason.
Oh, has he just been off
Bit wide.
slightly, bit wide?
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay. Favourite track? Now it could be fictional, could be, could be real life, could be one you've driven, could be one you would like to drive on, or
I think Trail Mountain actually. Always loved Trail Mountain.
from Gran Turismo.
From Gran Turismo series, yeah.
Yeah.
And have you had like particularly good races on there, or is it just the flow of the track? Or?
Yeah, so it's got those sort of nice wee twisty sections where you can't get past, and then it opens up and it makes for some interesting racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Doing
Sure,
well.
Mr. Kaz, he might bring it back.
Yeah. Well,
I know. Hopefully, I think they'll bring it back in 7.
yeah, let's hope so. Eh?
So it's been
How long have you been gaming?
probably gaming really started in Prince of Persia on the PC, but yeah, really kind of PlayStation 1.
Prince of Persia. Whoa, that's a flashback.
That's going back, yeah. Yep.
Prince of Persia. Yeah.
On a Windows 3.11. you can still get into the DOS.
What about racing games, sim racing?
Racing games kind of probably really. I've always played sort of Gran Turismos. Loved a bit of Need for Speed, Most Wanted. But yeah, Gran Turismo started one. Really got into it when we went did a up in Portrush doing a show. We had the PlayStation, so we would do the show, and then we were sort of not quite old enough to be going out drinking, so we would stay in the flat, a couple of cans, and race with the sort of 3 younger guys that were doing that.
Very good.
And then kind of got a bit more into it, sort of properly got my first steering wheel for GT5.
Ah, right, okay. So, yeah, you're on a wheel. Are you on a wheel at the minute?
Yeah, so got a G29 just now.
Very good. And how do you get on with the wheel compared to the pad?
No idea, because I've not played any GT really with the pads since probably 3
Oh, right, okay.
or 4. So yeah, once I got the wheel, I've not really played with the pad, so I'm probably not much faster, but more fun.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? It's a bit more immersion, closer to realism in a sense, and once you start getting used to the wheel, you probably get a bit, hesitant to go back to a pad.
Yeah, so I consider certain situations where the pad is advantageous, so once you start to lose it, that's you have no way of catching it. Whereas with a pad, you have maybe a little bit of a chance you can slam the wheels left or right or hard, but
George, how did you first hear about the club? How did you come to get to know GBRC?
I think we ended up racing with actually you in the first place when the first club was sort of first came into realisation.
Yeah, I remember.
So there's yourself, Tox, Derek. It was just sort of popped up. I don't know. Found you guys through GT Planet and then never looked back really.
Yeah, I mean, that was the good old days, eh? They were good times then.
Yeah, it was just good fun racing. Like there weren't really any sort of set series or whatever. It was just a bunch of boys. You could turn up, you knew you were going to get a clean race.
That's what it's about. That's the Name of the game, clean racing.
And it didn't matter if you were super fast or...
Carrying the spares at the back.
There was always sort of somebody about the same pace as everybody else, so you were never left.
Well, I think you're always involved in your own little race.
Yeah.
How's he doing on the board then, Rob?
Oh, he's still his fastest time
type.
still seems to be hanging out there all by itself. It's looking lonely.
I noticed he was half a second up on that middle sector. So if you...
So my
yeah, your optimal.
Yeah, my optimal times.
A 32.7. Yeah. Pretty good going that would be. If you could manage a 32.7. So, who was a standout member of GBRC in your opinion?
I think, actually, just for the amount of help he's given me over the last couple of months, I have to really say a big shout out to Mac.
Right,
DFC.
okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, nice guy. Yeah.
Really helped me with Bathurst.
Oh, the Bathurst endurance race we just done.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So what was he doing? Giving you pointers, tips?
Give me pointers. Just spend about an hour. Get me better. Get me up to pace.
Oh, good lad.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on him. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's Mac, and he's a good driver as well.
Yeah, he is quick.
Yeah. Who is the fastest forklift driver in GBRC?
Forklift driver? Not too sure. I don't know.
Well, I drive a forklift actually.
For forklift, then probably going to say Jason then.
No. I'll ask the actual original question. Who is the fastest driver in GBRC?
Fastest driver, I think it's going to be Elias.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
He always just sort of seems to have a little bit in the back pocket when he needs it.
Yeah, he's a good driver, and he's cool, calm, and collected. Is Elias? He's not bad.
Oh yes.
So, how long have you known Elias?
Not too sure. Probably 5 or 6 years at least, if not longer.
Okay.
Oh, nice one.
Hold on.
He's doing really well here.
Yeah. You must have had one or two little episodes of fun though within your job, George.
Yeah, no, it's great crack. So, done lots of different gigs. They do everything, literally everything. So, classical music, stand up, rock, pop, folk, jazz.
And of course, being the manager, you're the one that has to go around checking on things. So how many members of staff have you caught fiddling with each other in a broom cupboard or something?
Thankfully none. We'll leave that for staff nights out. There have been definitely a couple of work babies.
Has it really? Wow. Oh dear me. I bet you've seen some sights as well in your time working the clubs like that.
Yeah, so I've done sort of nightclubs and stuff as well, so you get everything.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
What's
like you probably wouldn't believe half of it.
oh no, it would mate. I've done enough doors and security.
No, I know
myself.
you would, but a normal person wouldn't believe half of it.
Innocent, shy, innocent
Jason.
people like me. Yeah, that's right.
Just think back to when you were 20. If you can remember that part.
Oh, cheeky bugger. Right.
It's only Nigel in this club that has problems remembering when he was 20.
George, what's your favourite club race?
As long as you remember to keep up.
Or car?
I think it has to be the minis, and especially the Autumn Ring.
Oh, so that's going back some time, that is, isn't
Yeah.
it? That
Absolutely.
because the Autumn
Back,
Ring was,
back.
yeah, was way back when.
GT5.
Yeah.
I was going to say 5, yeah.
And what is it about that series and cars combo? What was?
Okay, it was just so fun. So there was no tuning, nobody had any sort of real advantage, and you were just so close.
Right. Ah, well, that's good. And obviously, racing with all the other clean drivers from GBRC, then no wonder it was good and memorable.
Yeah, I remember that track. It was a nice one. Could fling a car about.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
really could.
it's when you get the chicane sweep, and you get round that oval kind of loop around itself. Oh, bugger.
Yeah.
You get it to loop round back on itself if you get that sweet.
So, JL, who would you like to see next in the hot seat? Now, we have had a few already taken part. We've had Elias, we've had Trevor, we've had Nigel, we've had Mark. Who would you like to see come up and take the challenge?
Yeah, thanks for the Rab or even Paul. Paul would be quite funny once he's had a couple of beers on him.
Yeah, if he's been on the old whiskies, then yeah.
Yes.
You get some interesting answers out of him, like.
What we're doing on the lap time, is he up on this one, Rob, or is he?
No.
No. Well, I went off in that first corner.
Yeah,
Oh,
went up in the
right.
first corner.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, George, for that. If you'd like to pull over to one side, put the handbrake on.
He set a 133.451.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just pull over to one side of the track now, George, and just come to a stop, put your handbrake on. So, we've come to the part now where you've got a 133.451, which is okay. It's not the best,
Yep.
it's okay, you know. There's not a lot of times on the board at the minute, but it's okay. Now, this is the part where you can gamble that time. Now, what that means is, I will give you 3 laps to go around this course and get a better time than what you've got. But that time from the 3 laps sticks and you lose that time you've just done. So what's it going to be?
Oh, I think with it, because my optimum's 32.7, which is a good bit faster. I think we're going to have to. I'm going to gamble it.
You're going to take the gamble, George. Oh, this is the first one that's gambled.
Brilliant.
First one that's gambled.
So,
Nice one, George. Nice one, mate.
when you're ready, George,
Let's go.
off you go.
Back into the pits, or
No. Off you go.
No.
Let's go for
You
it.
do this lap, which is your out lap, because obviously this
Yeah.
this is your out lap. Then you get 2
hot
totally
laps.
silent laps now. So, Rob, if you could turn your mic off until he's finished his
No
laps.
worries.
Good luck, JL.
Just
Yeah, good luck, George.
So the pressure is on. He's done 15 laps under questioning. But now he's doing 3 laps and he knows he's being watched. So this could be interesting.
Oh. Oh.
Well done, George.
Well done, George.
Well done.
Yeah, shows a good choice there, mate.
You.
Almost the same as up the map.
That is awesome.
Previous.
You're the
Well,
only
you can't
one.
ask for better, can you?
No, you can't. You're the only one that's gambled. You, that was
Paid off.
It paid off.
Yes.
It paid off. How do you feel about that time, George?
Nah, I'm really happy with that.
Oh, good.
Good, mate.
Yeah, so you should.
Yeah.
Well done.
2 seconds better than the kind of average. Well, 1.5 better than the average for.
Well, George, thank you for being a challenger in the Lockdown Superstar Shakedown.
No problem. It was good fun.
You enjoy that, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good.